If you subcontract 100% of your work, most carriers will refuse to sell you insurance. Why is that? If you're a GC working with one or two subs, the risk is easy to understand. You collect a few COIs, you have tight contracts, and realistically, you can oversee a lot of the work yourself. But as your network of third parties grows, so does your risk. Now the insurance carrier isn't just underwriting you. They're indirectly exposed to the tens or even hundreds of subcontractors that you work with. Here's the problem. The carrier is not underwriting those subs, but they're the ones creating all the risk. That's why carriers start requiring annual audits. They want proof that you collected valid COIs, tracked expirations, enforced compliance, maintained documentation, and if they don't trust your controls, they don't negotiate. They just decline the risk entirely. And so more risk equals fewer insurance options. Fewer options equals higher premiums. This is the exact problem we are solving at LightDoc. Yes, our technology removes the headache of having to manually monitor your subs, but more importantly, it lowers your risk profile in the eyes of insurers. It proves you have real compliance controls, and it makes your business more insurable. So if you want to put subcontractor risk management on autopilot, visit lightdoc.ai. And if you want to stop overpaying for insurance, go to tradeguardins.com.